Yo, it's your boy DT here from DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored, and you are on part four of my series, The Journey. We talking about different eras of music. First episode was on 70s. If you haven't watched it, go back on YouTube. It's on there. We talked about the 80s, the 90s, and now we're gonna talk about the 2000s. And once again, I'm joined with my guest on the show. To my right, which is your left, is my girl, the woman who beat me at the competition a little over 2 months ago, and she rolled in my face for almost a month. I kept getting a message that she won over and over. Welcome to the show, Keisha.
Hey, thank you for having me.
All right. And to my left, which is your right, is the guy who's had the competition and they teamed up against me. I want to let you know they tag teamed against me. It was
Who saw
all
the vote?
it was almost like me being in a courtroom with the judge, and I was Michael Jackson. They were the judge and jury.
He saw
And
the
so
vote.
I'm just messing with you. And to my left is my guy, Soulface Media. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, DT?
All right, glad y'all joined the show. And this gonna be our final installment. We was originally going to do 5 shows, but the schedule didn't work out. But if we would have did the next show, it probably been more negative than positive. Being honest with you. And
Yeah.
a lot of Gen Z would probably been very upset with me. But I am gonna say a little bit about. We will talk a little bit about the music today in there because I'm gonna get my take on who I think is overrated at the end of the show of this current generation. And a lot of y'all Gen Z gonna be very upset with me when y'all hear it, and I don't care.
So many of you.
Yeah, so let's talk about the start of 2000. It really became more hip hop than R&B to me. Like the 2000s had R&B, but I think that's when it
The
overtakes
dominance with hip hop.
dominance.
Yeah,
It
for
overtakes
sure.
because we had hip hop in the 90s,
Right.
but it wasn't as
But then it
powerful.
was like balance, but pop and R&B had more of a stronger presence, but it did a reverse.
Right.
Yes, it
And
definitely
so
did.
now in the hip hop world, it was more R&B artists trying to run over there. Hey, let me get this on rap artist on my track
Right.
because that's what's selling. That's what people going to see. So let me go do a song with Ja Rule. Let me go do a song with Nelly. Let me go do a song with 50 Cent. Let me go do a song with Eminem. Let me go do a song with all these rappers. So now I'm picking up some of their fan base, hoping they'll listen to my music. And is that what you think how the 2000 was when at that time?
As far as like when you mentioned hip hop,
Yeah.
yes, for sure.
Okay.
When I hear mostly what I listen to when it comes to the 2000s, as far as hip hop, I think of a rapper with a singer, featuring a
Right.
singer, or of course, a rapper featuring R. Kelly as a remix.
Okay.
That's the only thing that resonates.
Okay. Well, what about you?
Whenever it comes to the 2000s, because this is a era that I grew up in real time. The early two, I feel like just like every era, the 2000s was a very experimental time. Um, the sound definitely changed from the top of the decade to the bottom. But I feel like one of my favorite aspects is the crunk music era. It was
Mhm.
very fun. I feel like the 2000s music was very fun.
Mhm.
Whereas the 90s, in regards to hip hop, it was a little more conscious or street life. I mean, with the street rap still continued on. It was more gangster rap heavy in the 90s, but I feel like in the 2000s, it was a little more lighter and fun.
And I'm gonna be honest. When 2000 started coming around gradually, I think I gravitated more towards rap than I did R&B. And I because 90s I was strict. I was main R&B,
Mhm.
but I still fuck with my Tupac and Down South No Limit and all that. I listened to them. But when it came to 2000, I think if Apple Music Play was out then, if you seen 2000, I think my top 10 would probably be 70% rap, 30% R&B. I think that's how it would have been because I'm a huge fan of 50 Cent. 50 Cent is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I love the way how he handles business and his growth over the years. Most people don't like it, but Eminem still is one of my favorite. Love Eminem. I was a big fan of his music. My favorite duo of all time is 8 Ball and MJG. Still love that gangster music. I was a UGK fan. I love Outkast. Outkast still today is one of my
Yeah.
favorite. So I was liking their music. I was more listening to it. And I think at that stage I was more like, okay, I'm listening to rap more. Now who I wasn't really liking, and y'all know you mentioned I couldn't stand Ja Rule. I'm being honest, I couldn't stand Ja Rule. Something about Ja Rule. I like Ashanti, but didn't like Ja Rule. So he one hip hop artist I really couldn't get a growth raps to.
I love Ja Rule. Hell,
I like Ja Rule
Yeah.
too.
he had bangers.
He had songs, but it was just something about him. He rubbed me the wrong
Like
way.
that
So.
whole 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Like if they were to do a versus, Ja Rule hands down. Cause cause think about it. 50 even tried to do that whole.
But the thing about that, we're
Olivia,
going to say that, but the issue is with that. The reason why I would agree in a way, if we're going off a solo track, 50 go get him. But Ja Rule, most of his hits came from other artists being on his song. 50, not 50. Most of his hits didn't come from other artists being on his song. Most of the time,
he rarely had
features.
Yeah.
Ja Rule had a lot of features. So if we're going off your catalog, yeah, then. But we're going off solo hits, 50 go kill him. Because 50 hold his first CD, Get Rich or Die Trying, from beginning to end. That whole song. One of my favorite songs is Many Man, because that reminds me of all my haters out there. Many Man is my number one song for all the haters. If I put on my story, that's what I'm putting it, because there's a lot of haters out there on me. So no, so that's my Many Man, because people wish that upon me. But that's why that song, ever since then to this day, every time I hear that song, I get goosebumps.
Yeah, it's a great song.
So who we go what's some of the big collaborations that you think helped bridge R&B and hip hop back in the day?
Lil Jon and the East Side Boy.
You said collabs.
As a collab,
2000s?
yeah, like who, like, because you had the Ja Rule and Ashanti. I'm gonna give that one Ja Rule.
Yeah.
I feel like
Nelly and Kelly Rowland.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
for sure.
It's all right.
Mainly a bunch of Ja
They
Rule stuff.
they dug it in the ground, huh? Too much for you.
They definitely played that song too much for me.
Yeah, I liked it when it first came out, but then I was pretty much over it. I know you don't too much care for J-Lo, but I enjoyed the track her and LL did. All I have.
I know. I think she got some track.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have that in the match coming up real soon. The next time I do 03.
And I think it was I loved LL and A. Marie.
Yeah.
Paradise.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my song. All of that was around the same time. LL, another multi-generational. Yes. He was doing his thing in the 2000s as well.
I mean,
what about Jay-Z, Bunny and Clyde? Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I was just something about that song I never really too much care for.
I like Jay-Z as Jay-Z by himself. I don't really. I'm not a Beehive. I don't care about Beyonce like that. But nah, Jay-Z by himself. Like he's like one of my top 5 favorite rappers.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Definitely. I put him in
Damn,
the top.
Yeah, we didn't get to the hip hop.
Yeah, that's what I said. We were in 90s, like y'all gotta realize 90s so big. We missed a lot of artists. So hopefully in the future we'll do another show on the 90s, because we could probably talk about the 90s. We could have did like 5 shows on the 90s and probably still wouldn't have got through everybody. We still like, hold on, we didn't talk about them. But I think one of the best collaborations. See, I messed up, because if I'm not mistaken, it was in the 90s. But I did like the Busta and Janet collaboration. Yeah, that was in the 90s. I was like, boy, so it's so many collaborations out there. I like Eve was hot back in the early 2000s. Yeah, Eve.
Pitbull in the skirt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I used to love.
Absolutely, because DMX is like my number one favorite.
You know one track I like? The song DMX did with Monica on her song.
What song was it?
Gotta go home
tonight. Oh yeah.
I you like that?
That's on Monica.
Yeah,
that's on Monica. That was one of my favorite collaborations. That whole After the Storm album. That to me, that's Monica best album. Yeah, that Monica best album. I love from beginning to end. I tell Monica, I'll say that right now. I actually used to know her son. Like her son was a basketball player. He don't like me no more because he blocked me on social media because I said something about I didn't think he was as good as he made him out to be. So he blocked me, which is cool. But I told him, I said, tell your mom that's the best album. After the Storm was her best album from beginning. I could listen to that album from the beginning to the very end and not skip a track. So no, it was a lot of collaborations. I wasn't a big fan. Y'all gonna be surprised. I love Janet, but I wasn't a fan with her and Nelly collaboration. Call on me. I wasn't.
Oh, that was my dog.
No, because
Yeah, that was my.
I'm telling you,
so
the
cute.
reason
Yeah,
why
I
I
was in
didn't,
high
the
school for
reason
that.
why I didn't like it because it was a play off Kelly Rowland and him, and I felt like JD was trying to milk that, and I didn't think. I think it could have been
I
better.
think-
I love the video and everything.
Yeah, but
It was so
I
cute.
get where you coming from though. I can see where you coming
And
from.
I
with
always,
that,
and
yeah.
I tell people, I it's not that. I just thought he should have stayed a boyfriend. That's why I felt like he shouldn't touch the project. He should stay boyfriend because his stuff really didn't work. Like I'm gonna be honest, I was mad. I was so excited when he put Kanye on there. Like you go grab somebody, you going to Miami, grab Trina, grab the baddest bitch from down Miami.
I mean,
go
but you
grab her.
can't knock JD when it comes to producing and stuff because he got it in the bag.
But he didn't make no hits for Janet. People don't realize that he fell flat. That's why he didn't produce no more music for. That's why they kind of moved back in the wrong direction. Because if you look at all her chart hits, she didn't really have no hits with him. And I feel like he was great with Mariah. Mariah was like him and Mariah like golden.
Yeah.
But him and Janet, it didn't mix. It felt like he was trying too hard. And the only thing I wish we could have got, and I would tell people this, Janet and Mariah did a song together, but they haven't released it. They did a song together. And I wish we could have got that, but she said that
I'm interested to see what that would have gave.
I want to see all the time, but they did a song together. And Mariah,
whispering, a lot of whispering. I feel like both of them are whisper singers at times.
Okay, we ain't gonna do that.
Speaking of that, I'm not really a fan of that remix, that Mariah and Money Long remix.
Which one?
I just think for me, I just think that was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
She wasn't needed for that.
Which song?
Made for Me by Money Long.
I probably ain't heard that one.
But yeah,
I probably heard it, but I probably didn't pay it. It probably didn't stand out to me, so that's the reason. But yeah, it was just I felt like JD had his groove with certain people, but he wasn't for everybody. And I just felt like at that stage, even the fan base, even the Janet fan base would tell you they wasn't fan of him even working on track. And then Kaya, even though my back was, that was all shit.
Kaya had a hit with Janet.
Yeah, that's what I said. So I was like, that was say that.
Oh yeah,
I like that song though.
I did.
Then Kaya tried to start dissing Janet because she got mad because she talking about she was put on a little TV screen. I said, Kaya, have you looked in the mirror? But we ain't gonna go. I'm gonna do Kaya because Kaya talked to me. Then she got to Trina. Trina, that's one thing underrated. I love Trina.
Well, we in the 2000s. Yeah.
Trina was like I actually seen an interview she did the other day, and it was real good. She was with Carlos King on YouTube, and it was actually about her journey. But yeah, it's like I think her and Trick Daddy. I love that whole slip and slide down there. All over that ass too. Yeah, that was
2000s, another very diverse era.
Yeah, more hip hop for sure.
Yeah, very diverse. Like I said,
hip hop and R&B, but more hip hop.
Very experimental, and hip hop was more diverse. I feel like in hip hop and R&B too, because they was trying to make R&B more like poppy.
Yeah.
Too. So.
Right. Yeah, and then also we cannot forget Alicia Keys. Cannot.
That.
Oh.
Ooh, no, never mind.
I seen a deep breath on that.
Never mind. Is it? Probably.
Alicia has hits. She has hits.
Okay.
I don't get me wrong.
Please go ahead.
The
mic is yours.
She has a few of her handpicked songs that I love, like Diary, but
He's probably my most overrated 2000s.
Yeah,
artist.
I'm okay on her.
Oh, we didn't even jump to overrated, but
the biracial girl and all of that. Like that's why he feels maybe.
Yeah, I just mentioned that because before I forget it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I might switch it.
She's beautiful. Yeah, she can definitely play them keys, but we talking about some vocals. Let's talk about Kiki Wyatt. I
love Kiki.
Yeah.
Love Kiki.
But she's underrated to me.
Oh, very.
Yeah.
I posted that extremely.
And she should be
one of the top 5 most underrated female singers of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
5. I can name.
Speaking of collabs, because like R&B collabs, her and Avant.
And they was definitely they
on my Apple playlist.
Yeah,
they on my Apple playlist. I listen to them all the time.
Nothing in this world is probably.
She was 17. What was it?
Them.
Yeah, 17
Nothing
when she
in
was
this
singing.
world. I'll listen to that.
When
even like you and I, and that was 2013.
Yeah.
And I'll run that into the ground.
You know somebody else who underrated. Don't get the props, but this back in the 90s. I wish I brought it up. Shantae Moore.
Oh yeah.
Shantae got a man at home. Okay.
Yeah, that was the song
And
right
she
there.
can sing.
Yeah, so Shantae, Tamia, underrated.
I don't think Shantae would be underrated. I feel
We
like
don't
she
talk
got,
about her
They don't talk
enough.
about. She don't get.
Yeah,
she don't get the
no.
respect. And
No.
Tamia, one of them too. I love Tamia.
Yeah.
I mean, she got right.
Stranger in My House. That's
Stranger in My
I
House.
like that song.
I like that one. That's my song. Like from her, I like
You Put a Move on Me. That's
my mama's
top
song.
10
My mama loved that song.
Top 10 favorite songs. You Put a
Quincy
Move on Me.
Jones.
Yeah.
It's by Quincy Jones, but
You don't do Tamia like that. It's
No,
all about Brown.
beautiful, beautiful. Like, yeah. That's all I have to say. Like, it's a black couple that y'all should look into. Her and Grant. That's who y'all should look into.
Yeah, you
Not all these other people.
I'm turning this way because she's talking about Tamia. We're turning this way.
I like her. She's beautiful and she can sing. Yeah. She could definitely sing, but she's just not. She may be your Tony if that's who you had to choose. Like,
she ain't gonna be Tony.
Okay.
She can't be.
No, I'm not saying she could beat Tony because nobody can. Okay. But what I'm saying is the way you're rapping for her, I feel like she would be like your top for, because Tony's mine and you like Tamia. You got your T, I got mine.
No, Tony should be above her.
Oh, of course. I just said.
I said my eye should be. She should be. Tony should be.
Yeah, I know. But okay, proceed.
She's still in trouble. I'm just saying you can't be going to Tamia. To me, is probably top 3
most
over underrated
artists. You know who is very underrated?
Kiki White.
Deborah Cox.
Yes.
Oh
another
yeah.
one. That's another one. That's
Deborah
another
Cox,
90s.
It was I don't know if it was I know it was a Whitney movie, but I'm not sure if it was the one on Lifetime or something. I don't know if Yaya was the actress at the time, but Deborah re-recorded all of Whitney's songs. I bet y'all didn't know that. For one of those movies, she re-recorded all of the songs.
She could do that.
She's like, when I say like vocally, she's up there. Clearly, if she can re-record Nippy's songs and almost sound exactly like her, that's my girl. Like, I know her.
Let me ask you what you think about Same Script, Different Cast. What you thought about that song?
Who?
Same Script, Different Cast.
That was a Whitney album.
Whitney, Deborah Cox did that together.
I'm sorry. I probably have
heard that song, right?
Yeah, Same Script, Different Cast. It's Deborah Cox.
I got
listen in the car. They both on it together. They killed it.
Yeah.
Like with CC and Whitney, Count on Me. That was we're going back to the 90s. Good God, just jump back to the 90s. See, the 90s. We talking about 2000 going back to the 90s,
but she's definitely underrated.
Yeah, I give you that. Deborah Cox is definitely and very beautiful too. And then I don't know if y'all seen the live they did on Instagram a long time ago, like 2 or 3, maybe during the pandemic, when it was Deborah Cox and Tamia was singing a duet together live on
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know.
And it's on you. You can find on YouTube. They were singing together. They were doing a duet together on Instagram Live together, and it was like magical. Just listen to both of them sing together.
It's her voice.
And that's the only thing that bothered me. I'm gonna say even this in the 90s and early 2000s, women with powerful voices like vocalists rarely did songs together because it was the ego thing. It was their management. Oh no, this is competing against each other. Because I don't know if y'all didn't know this. They didn't want Whitney and Mariah to do that song together.
Oh yeah,
that was against. They were trying to prevent that.
That's funny you said that because at the end of that song, you can tell that they're trying to go against each other.
Yeah.
When you listen to it, child, I said okay, but Mariah killed her. I ain't gonna hold you.
What?
I feel like at the end of the song, because she be hitting her notes or whatever.
Yeah, but she can go about
they was going back and forth. I was like, all right, now y'all.
Side note, also, you remember they used to do Divas Live on VH1 back in the day? They used to have all like.
I think so. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, did you they used to have like they had one episode was Aretha Franklin, Shania Twain, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion. They was all doing the show together.
Those my two.
They came at
Celine. Now she could blow.
Two of my favorite.
They came at the end to sing together. There was some other white woman. I don't know who she was. She was out there too. And Celine Dion was singing, and Aretha was singing, and Celine Dion started challenging Aretha vocally, and Mariah got upset about it. And Mariah jumped in it and was helping Aretha to go after Celine because she didn't like the fact they was She would challenge her.
Celine can sing.
Yeah, and that was the thing.
Like, stop playing.
Celine was kicking Aretha butt, and you can see if you go look at the videos on YouTube, you can look at the look on Mariah's face when she was looking at Celine like, I know you ain't doing this, my girl, like that. And then Aretha had an attitude looking, but we already know how you. Aretha had this attitude look with the black woman attitude look on her face when she looking at Celine.
She did.
Yeah, basically like that. And I heard there's just rumor that after that, Celine and Mariah never got along. Mariah didn't deal with it because Mariah said, "I'm not going to try to overpower Aretha."
I don't know. That's not. No, if your vocals can outshine the next person, I say go for it because I'm not going to allow the next person to outshine me. No,
but she look at that. That's a mom. She looking like that's mama. So I'm not going to do that.
My vocals are better than you, mom.
You'll not be invited to the cookout there. You be sitting at home. Everybody,
you can come to the cookout, girl. Okay, and you got to have your bob too.
We just jumping all the way back to the 90s. See, this what happened.
It was in the 2000s.
I know she was 2000, but boy, we gonna go back to the 90s. So let's jump. Let's stay on this. Who were some of the main influences when kind of producing in 2000?
R. Kelly.
The Neptunes, hand down.
Neptune.
When I think of the 2000s, the Neptunes, like when I tell you, they had the entire 2000 decade in the chokehold, like real bad.
Name some songs for me.
Where do I start? Mystical, Shake It Fast, Mystical Danger, Beanie Man and Maya, Girls Them Sugar.
And I was gonna say, to piggyback off Neptunes, like Pharrell has been around for so long that I didn't even like back in the 90s with SWV, like
still haven't aged.
Yes.
Ray J, Wait a Minute. Babyface, There She Goes.
Don't forget Snoop and his catalog with Pharrell. Neptune.
Yeah, beautiful.
Before I forget this, let's talk about that one of the worst verses I ever seen on Ray J. All them on. Ray J was on it.
Oh, I don't know what I was doing tonight. I wasn't really keeping up with it.
Oh my God, Ray J was singing.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch.
Oh my God, he
met. Sleep on One Wish now.
No, the song is no. That's one of my favorite songs by him. But oh my God, he was. Oh, it sounded like a cat was getting dragged by the tail.
Yeah, he sounded bad
when he was on the verses, and that was probably one of the verses that we ran out of people. Nobody wanted to do it. Let's just throw all the because they had like Omarion on them. Like
no, I think it was like Pleasure.
It was Mario versus Omarion, and then they started bringing the extra.
Yeah, but they're like, how you? First of all, Omarion, you don't have no hits.
Yeah. Who?
Omarion don't have no hits.
Omarion does have.
Omarion do have some songs.
He don't have. I said he don't have no hits. I ain't say he don't.
Yes, he do.
Please tell me.
But you also gotta understand that's what we
generation.
I know. No, I know Omarion. I know B2K and all that. So no, I know that Omarion does not have no hits. When I say hits, I mean like hits, Billboard hits. He don't have no Billboard. He don't have hits. Huh?
Oh, that's one of my favorite.
One of his biggest songs.
Yeah, but it's not a hit. It's still not a hit. It's not a hit.
I mean,
I feel like it's a generation.
No, it may be a great song to you, but when I say hit, I mean Icebox was a good song, but it's not a hit. It's still not a hit.
Entourage,
it's not a number one. Let me rephrase that. It's not a top 10 hit. It's not a top 10. It may be a hit.
For him, it is.
No, yeah, for him on the R&B, on like R&B chart on it, but it's not a hit. Omarion, please, let's pull out our records on this. Please look at the records. Omarion does not have no hit. B2K have hits. Omarion don't have hits.
We're speaking of the artist.
But you saying a hit.
He has hits as an artist.
I don't see that. Yeah, I know that.
It's just what you won't label as a hit.
No, I'm going out what's on statistic, on paper, what's on Billboard, what you see on the charts. It's not. He's not because his music's not. Yeah, please pull up. Please pull up Omarion. Please pull up Omarion. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Omarion. I know we. Okay, best Marion's. Here we go.
We on that. That's the discotheque. It says Omarion top 7 top. Supposed to be.
Oh, we on the
Let
same
Me
one.
Hold You. Icebox. Girlfriend. I Get It In. Speeding. Oh, Speeding was my shit. I'm doing nothing down the highway.
Okay, here we go. This one.
Oh, Speeding. Man, that song had me in the chokehold.
I believe what you're referring to.
He has 0 number 1 hit, 1 top 10 hits, and 9 songs.
Okay, you said one what?
One top
Okay,
ten,
what's that song?
one top 10 hit, and that was "Let Me Hold You" with Bow Wow. Bow Wow featuring on Mario, so that's a Bow Wow song.
It's still O on it though.
Yeah, but it's a Bow Wow song. He has now his
Touch.
biggest solo hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Touch was-
trying to
Touch
entourage.
ranked
Ooh, I'm trying
Hold on,
to-
hold on.
For
Touch
real.
hits number 94, not a hit. It's a good song. I ain't gonna lie, I like Touch, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
number
that was
94.
my shit.
Touch is number 94. His biggest solo hit by himself was
Probably
Icebox.
Yeah, Icebox.
I like that. It's Icebox. Where my
I like the
number-
remix. With Usher.
I don't think I heard that.
Yes, you have.
He got a remix with Usher on Icebox.
I don't remember that.
Okay, we jumped off. Oh, I'm sorry, viewers. No, we just jumped off. We done got all on our phones and started looking at hits and stuff. I mean, Marion is a Marion, but they ain't no immature. Sorry, immature. Immature was the original B2K. You don't remember immature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like immature. The reason why I know immature, because my cousin used to have a crush on immature. Like I heard immature music 24/7 when I was at her house. She used to play the CD. Oh God, she loved Batman. She had Batman posters all over her room. Like she loved Batman, and I knew every song about. I don't want something. I know, cry again. Na, 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 na,
Lie
na.
again.
Huh?
I don't know. Yeah, never lie.
Yeah, never lie. That was my
I was
favorite.
thinking about the title. I was like,
Yeah, I used to love that. And that was the group.
My
And
song about them is Constantly.
yeah,
That's my favorite one.
yeah, but you know, it is what it is. I
Nineties
mean,
again. We done trail back to the
yeah,
90s.
we should keep going back to the
Right.
90s.
But yeah,
Jermaine Dupri had a big influence on 2002 because that's when I think
Yeah.
that's when he started working with Mariah in
yeah,
2000.
that's when the Mariah success.
Because that's when he revived her.
What was that?
And I'm not trying to say her career fell off, but when she did the
Inspiration to me.
when she
Charm
did,
Bracelet. I think that's the name of that album.
what's the one that fell off? She had an album. What was the one she did with the pink on? And it was for a movie she did. It was the soundtrack, and she tried to do
Glitter.
Glitter.
Man, Glitter is underrated. I'm sorry. That soundtrack hit, and that's my movie too. I fuck with Glitter. I ain't even gonna hold you.
And that's when they turned around. She went to Jermaine Dupri, and
But-
Jermaine Dupri.
That project that she did after Glitter, that was not it.
What was that?
I don't know if that was. I don't think that was Charm Bracelet. Was it? Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I know that Jermaine Dupri was a huge. Like I mean,
The
they were like,
Anticipation of Mimi's were really kind of like.
yeah, that was like her and Jermaine Dupri. It was like magic when they was in the studio.
Yeah, Charm Bracelet. I knew I was
But
right.
you know what song? Or another song on what is that? E equals MC squared.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What's the
Anticipation of
song with Pharrell?
Say something.
Say
Ooh.
something.
That was my song.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
another Neptunes.
Say something.
Yeah, that's another Neptunes, man. Pharrell them had the 2000s on lock. Timberland.
Yes.
I remember when that album came out. I had a job. I used to have to drive around the state of Georgia. I used to sell insurance and stuff like that. And I used to go to different people's home. And that whole CD used to be on repeat. I used to play that. I had a CD at the time. I used to listen to that CD the whole time I was on. That song right there, I love that song. Say something. I used to kill that song like that.
Yeah.
And then Fly Like a Bird. That one of the songs I used to listen to a lot. So I used to travel to North Georgia, South Georgia. I used to play that whole album. So yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said,
He did his thing in the 2000s now.
I give credit. I always say that I like him as
And the
a
Confessions album.
Oh,
Confession.
that's the album. The album of the 2000s.
You know what? Funny thing is, I like that, but that's not my favorite Usher album.
CP2.
You know my favorite Usher album is
8701.
no
Can you help me?
no, the one with and why came the one with Moving Mountains on it.
Trading Places?
No, that's
Is that the name of the CD
oh
though?
no,
it's not name.
I hate that song.
No, I'm
Ooh.
trying to see if I remember because that was like my senior year.
I can't
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up.
God, why I can't remember.
Oh,
I hated that.
I like that. Here I Stand.
Here I Stand. I
that
love
was a good album. Yeah,
that one album I can listen from beginning to end. I love that whole album.
Yeah, no.
And then Trading Places, I love that. But Moving Mountains, because I think
said you don't like Confession.
I said no. I said it. I like her. I said that's not my favorite Usher album because I'm thinking the reason why I think that Here I Stand was one of my favorite because it was when I was going through my divorce.
Okay,
And
you can relate to it.
And Here I Stand on what Moving Mountains was one like
Yeah.
memories of our
I'm
breaking up.
sorry, just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so it was a lot, and so every time that album,
Hated it.
Moving Mountains.
yeah, the movement, I love
That
that,
was my
and I
song.
love that video. I love his vocals on that, and it's like to me, I was actually going to do a little mimic TikTok video of that song. So I'm still going to do
He
it.
can miss me with that one. If I had to choose a song that I don't like, it's that one.
Well, moving on.
Yeah, I hated
Um,
it.
Hurt my heart.
It's okay,
Nah.
but I'm a confessions girl. From 1 to how many was on the additional 17? 3 extra tracks. How many more extra tracks was on it? Yeah, confessions for sure. Come follow me. Like
I think what Confession left a bad taste in my mouth, and I like it now. I ain't like it then. But they released it this same week as Janet album, and he beat Janet. That I was mad. I
That
know.
one.
Oh yeah, he was number one. She was
that
number
album
two.
that she dropped that year.
Yeah, that went after
What
the.
Demeter Joe?
Yeah, that I think that would.
Oh,
was
what song was on there? Offer you.
no, that was all for
Demeter.
you. Demeter Joe, the one
was
with
I Want You.
I Want You with when she had Jermaine Dupri in it. In the
Now,
video.
I Want You. That's my song.
Yeah, and that was right after the Super Bowl, and out of the Super Bowl. That's when I stopped
all
effing
night.
with Justin Timberlake. I stopped after he did what he did. I had his album. I threw it away because I was a big fan of his album. I just after that I lost all respect, and I was telling Aaron that when we interviewed
Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was an accident.
I think it was an accident, but I didn't like how he left a black woman out there. That's my issue. I didn't like. Then he tried to come back later on and apologize, but it's like how you did that. And I thought black women have been targeted so much, and for you to be say y'all friends, then you leave her out in the cold, and they let you slide because you're a white man and she's a black woman, and I took offense to that. And I don't care what anybody say to the day, whoever forgive. I haven't forgiven a white man for doing that to a black woman, even though I agree with you. I think it was an accident. I don't think it was meant to happen. But for you to leave her hanging, I lost respect.
I guess because I feel like when you talk about the 2000s, like let's not forget about it. I know it's Black Music Month, but JT and the Tennessee Kids, like JT got hits. I don't care what nobody say, but speaking on that incident, at the end of it, gonna have you naked by the end of the song. Boom, it happened. I mean, I thought it was a part of the show because hey, it worked perfect. That was my opinion, but
I wasn't again. I didn't think nothing was wrong with it, but I didn't even see it.
I think no, no, not even that. I just feel like the media and everybody else blew it up. Something, yeah, and it wasn't even because she had a her nipple ring or
and they said
exposed.
2 pieces came out. Only 1 piece was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
But still, the thing about it, the only reason we seen it is because YouTube. I'm gonna tell you, it was 3 years before that we would never seen it because YouTube wasn't even out. But I know she still got she holds the records for the most views on YouTube in history for that little scene and stuff like that. But
at the end of the day, I thought it was by show. It was. I know that's right, like because men can. I guess just coming from a woman, of course they're gonna look at us 100% different when it comes to nipples, and y'all can wear y'all shirts off. We have nipples, y'all have nipples, but of course it's a woman's nipple and it's a problem. Oh my God, her nipple, like okay, but you may not like JT, but shit, that's my boy, okay?
nah, and then his new project, he
That's
could
my
put that in the
boy.
trash can.
Suit and tie, come on.
No, I'm talking about the new project.
No. I'm just saying, like JT, like
nah, he don't get no airplay on none of my stuff. I don't stream none of his stuff no more. I took it off. I won't if it come up. He actually blocked on my Apple Music. So I won't listen.
How can you block somebody on Apple Music?
You could deny, like you could you could switch not to listen to their type of music. You know, you could set the setting. So he don't never he never shows up on none of my music.
Damn.
You was really feeling some type of way.
Yeah, because when a white man do that to a black woman, no. When it comes to stuff like that, certain things you just don't do.
I don't look at it like he did something right.
I did, but the way how he handled it, and he poured himself away from her and tried to distance himself, and then he got to still shine like a star, and her light dimmed even more because of that. And then it kind of like they banned her on all music, but they was still playing Justin. They brought him back to the Super Bowl. It's like it just to me, it felt like that's when you see racism is still here, and for them to do that to her, and because she's music royalty, like R. Kelly's music royalty, Michael is, Whitney. A lot of these are, and for you to easily do that to her. But it's a lot of white people out here that do stuff and did crazy stuff, and they still get the shine. So it's just like certain things. It's just like I don't understand. I don't respect. I just didn't respect. If y'all supposed to be friends, and you say she your friend, then you supposed to have her back because I'm gonna have your back. But hey, we're gonna move on. I want to talk about Jessica. I'm getting him too much time on my
That's my
platform.
boy. Okay, shout out.
Okay, I'm sorry that came out of nowhere. But anyway, I just don't respect them, and I'm sorry I'm hating, but I'm glad his new project failed. But
Damn, many men.
Okay.
I'm glad his new project failed. And I even told Aaron. Aaron know that Aaron Stevenson. She did backup on when he was on his little promo tour. I told her, she said, I know you don't like Justin. I said, nope. I even said in the interview, nope. You know, I don't respect him. She said, that's my guy. She said, I love him. And that's her. And I mean, Aaron cool, me and her cool. But that's her favorite artist to tour with because she said she loved touring with Justin. So I'm like, okay, cool. I like respect it. Make your money. But I said, I'm not gonna listen to nothing. I'm not gonna listen to nothing. But
Right along.
so you know something we didn't touch on, and it's actually a lot. It came very popular somewhat in the influence of gospel music in 2000 because you had a lot of gospel
Kirk
artists.
Franklin, he
Yeah.
held that down. You know, I would say Kirk was the '90s. I take that back.
Was he? Yeah,
I
definitely
take
a
that back.
stronger stamp in the '90s.
But he
Continue
still,
over to the
yeah, he
2000s,
still
but
came, yeah.
yeah,
Then you have people like well, Anthony Hamilton had that gospel voice style. His style of his music. If you listen to his album, is more of a he more preaching to the audience than singing like his style.
I do feel like Anthony does have that Baptist voice, cornbread fed
Yeah.
from the South. I really could never get into
me
his
too.
music. It
Me
reminded
too.
me of them old hymns,
Like
them AME hymns. I can't get
I,
into it. And
now
don't get me
it's a
wrong,
few
like
songs that by him that I
yeah,
do
like Best of
like.
Me.
Like
I hate Charlene. Like, hate.
I hated that song as well. Hated it. But I like the point of it all.
You made me.
It's maybe like 2 or 3 songs by him that I like, but other than I
One.
could never really like.
Yeah, no.
Like yeah, I could get
But
into him too.
yeah, he's definitely got that Baptist AME vibe, hymn singer going on, and but when I think about Baptist or that churchy vibe, I get KC. I get your boy because he blows, and I knew he grew up in the church, so him and Fantasia,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
like
they
that.
sing almost alike.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Even like Fantasia, I like Fantasia. But no,
She's
I
straight.
love Fantasia. I like her style.
I love Fantasia. Don't get me wrong, but I could see Fanny just doing gospel and hitting it off.
Mhm.
Granted, she hit it off with her R&B or rock soul, as she says, but she needs to just do straight gospel. Like she just need to do that. Like
You know another album kind of remind me of gospel. One of the first, I probably like his album from beginning to end. His first album, Gifted, John Legend, first album. I like.
Ordinary people. Was that on that
Yeah,
album?
that whole album from beginning to end. And what I like about the album, it flows from beginning to end, so every track connects to each other.
Now
It's
with
not,
John Legend, I do like John Legend, but it's like particular song.
Yeah, particular.
Like
I
I
can't
don't want to
really.
say like I don't want to say like that it's boring, but
It's boring.
I say I don't think it. I love his
I
first
love
album.
Ordinary People.
Yeah.
Used to Love
When
You.
he worked with Kanye, yeah.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And I miss them collaborating together, but I know they don't like each other. So
Oh no, he wasn't on that song. I was gonna say
Excuse me.
Slum Village,
Selfish.
but that wasn't John
Yes,
Legend.
it was.
That was John Legend?
Yeah, he was on the chorus, I think.
I don't know
Yeah,
why I thought that was Kanye.
Kanye produced it.
No. Oh no, that
But
may be true.
Kanye got a verse on there though.
But no, I think I can hear because Kanye be trying to sing too, low key. Yep, that was John Legend. Out to
Oh, you're my lady.
I think Kanye was singing on there too a little bit.
Let me double check.
Let's not forget about Kanye in the 2000s. Come on.
yeah, Kanye go come.
College Dropout.
Yeah.
Please.
What?
Late registration.
Yep. John Legend and Kanye was on Soulface. Kanye produced it.
One of my favorite tracks I got to give the Kanye. We speaking Kanye, and there's a song on Sierra Leone with him and Jay-Z.
Diamonds.
I
are
look.
forever,
That's
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, that's my favorite bars from Jay-Z. One of my favorite bars when he go off in that. He flow from beginning to end, especially when he said, "I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business." I actually is on my Instagram. I use that. I like that because I keep telling people, "I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman." And I know I got what he. When you hear that, a lot of people say, "What is he talking about?" I said, "Listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. He's not a businessman. He's a businessman." And then everybody's like, "Oh yeah." So that's why I love that little.
I mean Kanye, he has hits.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even tell you, like, you got your normal songs and then you got Stronger, Blood on the Leaves. Like, I love
Right.
all that shit. Like,
Yeah, I like Kanye too.
I like his last album, even though people didn't like it when him and Drake dropped at the same time. I like that. Donna. Is it
Donda.
Donda. Yeah.
Donda.
Yeah, it's a song that he dropped on it I really like.
Yeah.
24. It's like a gospel
Yeah.
song, and I remember, man, that I ain't had a song hit me like that in so long.
Yeah.
Like when I first kind of heard that song, I mean, I just cried.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's real. I love
Yeah.
24, man.
Right.
And
Man, I love that song.
another artist who I feel like underrated, and we look at him more as an actor, but Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah,
That Unpredictable album from the beginning to the
yeah.
end, please.
See, that's how I feel. How y'all feel about John Legend? How I feel about Jamie Foxx. He good, but I prefer him on screen than behind the mic.
You a fool. But
Well, I'm a fool.
you a fool with your own opinion. And
How about you?
and that's
But y'all fool with John Legend. How about
no,
that?
I like John Legend, and you can like a little bit of songs from Jamie, but
I do like a little bit, but I'm not. I'm not a fan of him as an artist. I'm more a fan of him as an actor. I like him more.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he got a couple good songs he did with T-Pain on it. Speaking of T-Pain, we're gonna talk about that, auto tunes and stuff. But Jamie Foxx, this is like I like some of his songs, but as far as me, I have never listened to a Jamie Foxx album because he never made me want to like, oh, I gotta go listen to his album.
Well, you a fool for real.
But I want to look at his movies.
Cause Unpredictable, listen, I ain't even gonna hold you, like, for real. Unpredictable, that's up there with Confessions for me.
I'll skip. I'll pass.
Good.
That whole album,
I'll bypass.
you will laugh, you will cry.
I ain't never cried on the song. I ain't never cried on the song. I don't think
I sure cried. I Wish You Were Here when he
Yeah.
talking about his grandma at Home Depot in the parking lot. Ain't nobody done died. I'm in the car just crying at Home Depot. Cause man, I'm like, damn, this shit hitting me. But yeah, but moving right along.
Yeah. No, I mean Jamie, like I said, he's talented, multi-talented. He could do everything, but I've always been a fan of his craft of
Yeah.
acting than
Yeah.
music. And I ain't like
He's a
say,
great
like I
actor.
said, he got some good hits, but he's not nobody. They said he was coming to concert and they gave me free tickets, I'll probably give it away.
What?
Yeah, I give away. I'm gonna go. It's certain artists, you give me free tickets, I'm gonna give it to somebody else. I want to go see them. Because I won't be entertained, just not like that. Like if you give me tickets to see Drake,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
give it
get
to somebody.
it. I get it. You know, it's just like I said earlier. There's some artists, you just may not resonate with.
Yeah.
So
That's
that don't mean that they're
Especially when y'all hear who
horrible.
my most overrated one is. I go definitely because I already got people who hate on me. They got mad like you can't believe he's overrated. But what about T-Pain? How y'all feel about T-Pain?
I
T-Pain
love
is a legend.
Teddy
in
Payne
my
from
opinion.
Tallahassee.
When he broke out, I had just gotten to high school, and my entire high school tenure, like he was just up here, like he was.
How do you feel about him, DT?
No, I just shook my head because he said high school. I was already.
Right.
I'm like, good God, made me feel much older.
How do you feel about?
Oh, no, I like T-Pain, especially Buy Me a Drink. That's one of my favorites. I love that song.
Yeah, it's like he took the ground running and just kept going.
I know a lot of people hated on him for that auto tune.
People was putting him on. He was on everybody's song. He had his own
I know him
song.
and Usher had a little issue because Usher felt like it was something about the auto tune. And I guess because Usher's a singer, why is he getting so much praise?
To be honestly, like he can hold a tune without it.
He don't need it.
It's just it was just
actually sing. We heard him sing. He could sing.
like
Armstrong remix with R. Kelly. Okay.
I like the song with him.
He's on I'm in love with a stripper.
I'm in love with a stripper. remix.
Is he on the song? But
Yeah.
yeah, he on the song. He did a song with Young Jock. What was the song he did with Young Jock?
Who?
T-Pain. Is that Buy Me a Drink?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It is.
Jock is in there.
Yeah. It's T-Pain song, but Jock was featured artist.
Sidebar real quick. Y'all know who had a good song with Jock?
Who?
Slim. So Fly.
Oh
Hear that
yeah.
shit?
Yeah, that was
Shit.
my song. That was on my MySpace page.
Shit. Okay, but yeah, auto-tune, I'm cool with it. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, I mean, I thought
And I
it was
love
cool. I never
T-Pain.
really had a
She
big
got the body
deal.
of a goddess. Everybody know that. Mm.
Listen to Moody's effect.
Another person we gonna talk about, and I still like him, even though he go through his little troubles right now. Trey Songz. I like Trey Songz.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
Trey.
Trey is
His
my
whole
guy.
what's that album? Is it Trey? What's it song with the picture? The white one when he on the front. It's a white album cover, and that whole
No. No, it's the black and white. He got the braids still.
yeah.
I forget the name of the album, but I'm looking
I'm
right
about to
at
look
it.
at that. It is. That's albums. Here we go. It is. This is my favorite album. On Trey Day. Trey Day.
Oh,
Trey
I was
Day.
thinking about this one.
Oh no, I don't like it.
I like Trey Day, and I like Pleasure of Pain and Passion.
Listen.
My favorite is Ready. Yeah. And then I like Trey. I like
think
Trey.
with Trey. Go ahead.
Oh no.
I was gonna say with Trey Songz, like, cause I like Trey too. He came out very humble. He came out humble, wanting it, hungry, eating. But then that cockiness got to him. It got to him, and now he like, I'm the shit. I know bitches want me. Excuse me. And I think that was his downfall. Like knowing that, like, my shit don't.
Well, I guess I don't.
And R. Kelly.
But I still.
R. Kelly produced for him too.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, Trey is definitely R. Kelly
He wants to
influenced.
be.
He's heavily
he
R.
wants-
Kelly influenced for sure. And maybe that's something that maybe another reason why I kind of resonated with him and his music. But I feel like because of some of the stuff he's been going through in the media the past few years, the project that he dropped back home, I felt like that was overshadowed. That was a really good project. He has a song, and I think all the stuff was released as a single. Even if it wasn't, it was still getting radio play. I love that song, and I play it all the time. And I'm like, damn, like enough people is really not talking about this song because
I like Trigger Trey.
it's a really nice song. And one thing that I appreciate about Trey is that throughout his career, he continued to like evolve. Like I feel like his sound like evolved.
Yeah.
The projects like matured. You know, a lot of times, because I even had a series where I was doing verses, like I did Chris Brown versus Trey Songz, because sometimes people like to compare them, even though they are two different styles. They both broke out at the same time, both from Virginia, etc. And I like them both for different reasons, but I appreciate Trey more because I feel like he evolved. Like a lot of times with Chris Brown, as much as I love Chris Brown music, I feel like the sound like didn't mature. Like
because I couldn't sit here and tell you a Chris Brown album that I could listen to from beginning to the end and like be hype about it. Like I pick songs from Chris, but Trey like his whole Ready album or some of his mixtapes, like from beginning to the end. Like I don't get that from Chris Brown, and now he's dropping albums with 30 plus songs. Thriller only had 9 songs. That's it.
Right.
Bruno Mars 24K, like what, 9 songs?
Yeah, that was a really good.
He got 2Ks like Bruno, even though he's not African American, but yes, he's definitely
I feel like
my color.
Underrated. Well, I wouldn't say underrated, but I feel like this person deserves their dues for the 2000s. Keisha Cole. I feel like she had the late 2000s on lock, in my opinion.
You said she's underrated?
I feel like looking back, because people don't really be saying too much about her now, but I feel like then, like she around the same time when T-Pain came out. She came out. It was so many people that came out at that time around 05. Uh, Young Jeezy, Chris Brown, Keisha Cole, Rihanna, all of them. And they still going strong now, but all of them broke at the same time.
Yeah.
And when she came out, I just resonated with her a lot.
Yeah.
And
I like
yeah,
Keish.
I really I like Keisha Cole a lot.
You said something about Chris Brown. Can't resonate with some albums. You can pick and choose songs on there. I agree with you 200%.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy. I go and say this.
Yeah.
He's my overhyped artist of 2000. I don't find what everybody like about Chris Brown.
I can see it.
I'm not a fan.
I think because he's so stagnant, and I don't think Chris has given us an album where it can go down in history as his best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
It's just
you. Thank
like
you.
It's like the comparison I was making with Mike and Prince.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's quality over
Yeah.
quality. You know, like I said, Prince had all these projects
Yeah.
or whatever. Even all into the 2000s and 90s, all these projects, but it's a bunch of stuff that you can really skip over.
And you know who we did not talk about? Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Neo.
Oh yeah, 2000s. Yeah.
Neo, he.
I knew you. He's on everybody's stuff.
I like him
right?
as a songwriter,
Yeah.
producer a little more.
See, I like it.
The Dream.
Now that the Dream is my guy. Yeah, Dream is my guy.
Neo first album.
Oh
love
yeah,
it. I love his first.
On Sexy Love.
Sexy
Love that. I love. Yeah, I love Neo. I that album. I can listen from beginning to end. And when people, I had an argument with one of my friends. We were doing a group text. We was all in a group text. And she was arguing for Chris Brown over Neo. And I was like, no. I said, first of all, they're not in the same ballpark because Neo actually writes for a lot of artists. I said, Chris Brown does too. I said, he has more hits. Now, Chris Brown.
Yeah. Okay, Charles. It sound like
I'm forgetting.
coming out.
I'm sorry.
But God, he wrote. It was some people. She screenshot and sent in the group. So he have written for somebody. I think he wrote for Britney Spears or somebody like that. He did something else. But his doesn't stand out like what Neo has been.
Neo is a heavy hitter for sure.
And then she said, "Oh well, Chris Brown got more hits." So you know what we did? I went to Billboard and pulled it up. I said, "It's quantity over quality." Yeah. I said, Chris Brown has more songs, but Neo have more hits. Look at it.
I would even go as far as saying I would probably like label Neo as like a 2000s scale.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, because him in the Dream, Dream is, of course, I feel like Dream is above him, but Neo, his pen game is crazy.
He wrote for Celine Dion. He wrote for everybody. He wrote for Beyonce. Yeah. Well, we already know about R. Kelly.
My mother's calling,
but yeah, he had written for everybody. So we were arguing about that. Like, I said, you could give it to Chris Brown. You want? Don't think Chris Brown got over Neo is dance. I give him that. He could dance better than him. Yeah,
Chris Brown, because I like he can sing.
Oh, he can sing.
I feel like like I said before, with the industry, it's a marketing game.
Then they also try to put him over Usher. I'm like, they're not in the same. They ain't not even the same park. I said, Usher is he's up there. I said, Chris Brown would love to be Usher, but he would never sell the records. He would never have.
I feel like Chris would be so much further along. Like I said, if like the music matured, like he's done been out almost 20 years, and sometimes I'm still listening to something from 2011, 2012. That Fortune album or what's that album with She Ain't True or Wet the Bed. I like that album. Fame. That was a pretty decent album.
Yeah.
His first two albums was pretty good. That third one, Graffiti, was absolutely trash. In my opinion, it was a song that he did.
I still haven't gotten finished with the What was the first album he came out with 100 songs on it?
Oh,
Chris Brown.
When he first started putting out them big, I don't even.
I haven't gotten finished with that one. So everything after that,
I
have never heard of none of his albums. So I couldn't. When you name it, I know who we're talking about.
But after Fortune, which is the album that he dropped in 2012, I didn't really start. I kind of lost with the albums. And like I said, it didn't. I feel like the the music, it wasn't like any like maturing with it. You know, like you're 35 now. Like
Yeah.
I would
And
like them to probably work with some different
and like
producers or something. You know what I'm saying?
like me and DT were saying, like he just doesn't have an album for me, and I feel like a lot of artists in general, if you come out with music, I feel like if you have that one album that is just like the number one album for you, I feel like that's how I'm gonna remember you. Like I don't really get that from Chris. Granted, I will remember Chris, from for other things,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, like you got Thriller from Michael Jackson. Uh and everybody else is just like Tony Braxton. So it's just like MJB, I would say My Life. I
Yeah.
would say My Life over 411. So it's just different. I feel like with Chris, he just hasn't grown for me. He just be doing shit. Like he just be doing shit. Like, okay, Chris.
And I like
So
him. Don't get me wrong. I like Chris Brown. He has plenty of
Yeah.
songs that I love. You know,
Okay,
but
DT,
so
take it over.
let's jump to the end of this. We're at the end of the show because we're wrapping up this show real quick. My favorite part of the show once again is giving you a top 5 of the 2000, and we can start. We could do it in order. I'm gonna start off. We're gonna start. I'm starting with number one. I'm going with number one. Usher. Usher's number one for 2000. I guess I'd be hands down.
Um,
Everything about Usher was awesome.
for me, I'm gonna do R. Kelly again
Spin.
because he was definitely a big
yeah,
part.
he did his thing in the
Yeah.
2000s. EP,
Hello.
Chocolate Factory.
Hello.
What else?
You can
Yeah,
say
he
him.
dropped several. You know, in the 2000s as well. But um, I'm gonna say Usher. Yeah,
Definitely.
Usher for sure.
Number two, my group is 50 Cent. Like I said, that whole Get Rich or Die Trying album and Many Man, it's one of my probably favorite rap songs of all time, top 10 for sure.
I would say, and then there was X, DMX.
We didn't even talk about DMX, but yeah, well, we did
And there
talk
was X,
briefly, but yeah,
yes.
DMX, rest in
Dark
peace.
Man, that's my boy.
Get at me, dog.
Ludacris.
Ooh, we ain't talk about
Yeah,
Chris.
we ain't talking about Ludacris. No, I got to meet Ludacris
He's
when you
definitely.
were there.
I feel like he's underrated, but he's still
Yeah,
talked about a lot. But I
yeah.
still feel like
Yeah,
musically, like he's underrated for sure.
And he has crossed over to the movies thing.
Yeah.
Good. He do good. I like him in movies too. Ty, we ain't talking about Ty. We ain't talking about Black Ty. Jesus. God.
Black Tie, he got some songs,
Yeah, he got some touch.
but
Sweet lady. I
he
love
ain't
him.
that. He ain't that for me.
You ain't like Baby Boy? The
The
movie?
movie,
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
I'm gonna get you a bike just
I'm
like
like a
that.
rom com kind of girl.
Okay.
Hey, romantic comedies.
Number 3, Outkast.
Ooh,
I love
oh,
I
he was
love
a
him.
big one in the 2000s.
ooh,
I was a huge
okay.
fan of Outkast.
And I'm gonna go with Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Okay,
I guess.
Little John is definitely a
and them
2000s
Yin Yang
staple.
twins. Okay,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
2000s. Keisha Cole.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My number 4 is the is 50 Cent. He's Batman to his Robin Eminem. I like that. Like the whole attacking boy bands and Britney Spears and his dark album. I was a big fan of that. I was a huge fan of that
Mhm.
album. The one he wrote about like his girlfriend in the
You
trunk of the
know
car.
who
That
I
was
would
something else.
choose that is low key underrated? A Marie. I like A Marie.
Yeah,
A Marie is nice.
Yeah, like
I'm so mad she didn't really blow like she
She's
should. For that
living
because
in
that
the
debut album
out of
is
the country.
flawless. It's flawless. Her debut album.
that
Yeah.
song, what that song when she walking down the street and
Every time I rise.
no, not that one. What's the other one?
Why do we fall in love?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, I remember when that song came
Yeah,
out.
it
That
was a
song
summer
needed
hit.
Keisha Cole so bad.
I have a small crush on her too.
She's
Yeah,
beautiful.
she's like, and she's like, so, and that smile, it's a smile. I tell women all the time, your smile will get me. It ain't your body, it's your smile. The smile. If you got a beautiful smile, I'm sold. I'm melt like butter. For sure.
So much. 2000s was I really Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, Lil Wayne.
And number 5 on my list will be Neo. I talked about. I like Neo. I like his pen work and I like his artistry. So I like both. I was a huge fan.
For number 5, it's so many. I'm gonna give you three real quick
Right.
off the top. Juvenile because that's my man. Sorry to his wife. Jay-Z and Kanye.
Okay.
Juvenile, Jay-Z, Kanye.
Okay.
I'm gonna go yeah.
Okay.
But it's like you said, it's
so
so
many.
much.
So
If you
many.
really love music, it's like you just can't choose this one. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
But
go
it's just
yeah.
something about the top of your
This
head.
college dropout, like that's something. I can't believe that's been 20 years ago.
That's crazy.
But that whole 04 summer, like we ran college dropout and the whole, and we had that's when it was burning CDs, so we had
Oh
the
yeah.
damn
LimeWire.
illegal copy
Yeah. I
running.
had a lot of them
so,
illegal stuff.
Yes.
Okay, criminals.
Like you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Well, I
Such an
used to
innocent
burn the
girl.
shit out some damn CDs.
Okay, no, I burned. Yeah.
Oh,
Burned
okay.
CDs, for sure.
Oh, so you did, Bertie.
Heck yeah.
So most overrated. I go first on mine. I got two. One was Chris Brown. The other one was Bow Wow. Neither one never felt. But I think Bow Wow ego. Bow Wow ego is so. Who were you talking about? Like Trey Songz. Bow Wow was about times 10. I ran into people I used to eat at Jermaine Dupri restaurant. Jermaine Dupri had a restaurant here called Cafe Dupri. I used to eat there, and a couple of servers, we used to go there during my break because I went to college right across the street from it in Buckhead. We used to go down and talk to the servers, and we like, so who came through here? Who's rude? Who's nice? And stuff like that. So a couple of times we came through, the server didn't want to tell us. We got one server. He like, okay. I said, be honest. Who cool and who's not? He said, nice. I ain't saying it just because it's the boss's girlfriend, but he said Janet was one of the nicest star that came through. He said Janet would actually come in the kitchen and talk to the staff. They were like, Miss Janet. She said, no, I'm Janet. I'm just like y'all. The only thing different is I make music and I sing, but I'm on y'all level. So they said she used to stand in the path back there with the servers and have conversations with them, like friendly. He said rude with Bow Wow. He said had an attitude. Mariah Carey, you can talk to her, and Vivica Fox in the brag. He said that was the worst one. He said they came there. He said, especially Vivica Fox, that she had an attitude. That she was her. He said Vivica Fox and Mariah Carey were like the worst two that came in there because they didn't. You couldn't. Only the server who was serving them was allowed to talk to them. Mariah Carey, you could not look her direction. She was. He said he was told not to look in her direction. Do not even look over there in her booth.
Well, I feel like that is something that will turn me off from an artist. Like
how they act, yeah.
Like they attitude. Like if I would connect with them personally and depending on like how they, that would turn me off.
Because if Toni Braxton ever did it to me, I'm still gonna love her.
I know. I bet you still gonna love her. If Janet ever did it to me, I say
Toni would do that.
No,
she's
humble.
Yeah, you can tell she's humble.
And it sucks that I'm going off. It sucks that when I go see her in Vegas, she doesn't do the meet and greets because of her lupus. But if she did, I would have emptied out my bank account. Because girl, I need to see you. But
overrated
in the 2000s. My God, so many. Is 2000 like considered like 2020 or
yeah,
no?
we could do that. You could do it because I'm about to take my 2020. I'm about to take my overrated of today.
Overrated. I don't even know why I would even mention her name. Sexy Red, Ice Spice, all those new people.
Right.
No, I can't. But I can't think of who I would say is underrated in the 2000s. Because I mean, I just feel like they all had some bangers.
Over.
Someone you just wasn't feeling. It could be over. Somebody you wasn't
There's
feeling.
a lot of people I wasn't feeling.
You said Anthony Hamilton. That could have been yours.
But
I just don't even feel like he was rated. You know.
You say John Legend was old. That probably
No, I didn't say he was overrated.
But I'm saying he could be following because you wasn't really you like some stuff.
I can't come up with
I can't come up with one.
But I'm sure it's probably
I would need to look at your playlist or something.
Yeah, I'd have to exactly.
So mine's of today, Nicki Minaj.
I wouldn't say, well, in my opinion, I wouldn't say Nicki is overrated because I feel like what she did, like on her taking female rap to the next level.
Right, but I feel like if you followed her at the very beginning of her career, you wouldn't see it that way.
No, I know. I seen when she was with Young Money when she first started, before she started doing all the extra stuff. But I'm saying like surgery,
she was doing the mixtape, stuff. Like I was just like, oh, like that was like the first person that really grabbed my attention, like since like Kim. or whatever at that time. I'm just like, oh, like she different, but I'm just like, it's just something about her swag and her flow that really,
Yeah. I feel like I mean, I personally don't feel like she's overrated.
She let the stardom get to her head and her
As she
and
should.
no, certain things you can't do because she got to the point that you cannot disagree with her. You disagree, it started beef, it started roast. She started one with Trina, she started with Cardi B, she started Megan Thee Stallion, she started with Lotto. Every woman that turns around, she starts a beef with when they don't get it's just like it's like if you're not on her side, you're
problematic.
against her.
Yes.
She's very and so that's why I said she's overhyped. I ain't saying her and I mean I don't listen to her music, but I ain't talking about her music, I'm just talking about overrated. Like it's just she's overhyped and she's like walk around and think her shit don't stink. That's her problem. She walks around and when she go to social media, she blasts you because of something that she don't like or you disagree with her. It's like, look, Kim, she disrespect look Kim. She tried to be friends with Foxy. Then I heard her and Foxy not really cool. It's like everybody you just turn around. It's like it's always if you always you have an issue with this person, this person, this person, this person, it turns around. You're the problem. It's not them. You got to be you. If you the common denominator.
I mean, that can 100% be a fact, but she did what she needed to do.
We
We can agree to disagree.
we agree to disagree. I just think her music not.
But I can't
prefer the old Nicki though. I prefer her old.
when she was with Safari.
Yeah, I prefer, you know.
All right. Well, this is our final episode. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Who's your overrated of today? We didn't get it because she did say Sexy Red. She said Sexy Red.
So many.
Doja Cat.
No.
Oh no, I didn't say Doja.
I thought you said Sexy Red and who else?
I said Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. I almost sound. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh,
She did not say Doja Cat.
Y'all like Doja.
Sound like a wrestler.
It's so many. I mean, it's about a few.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one person to be like, yeah, that's that one person. But it ain't just one person.
It's a whole bunch. We can go through a whole bunch.
But
well, give me somebody you don't listen to. Their music come on, you'll flip the station.
Brent Faiyaz is overrated to me. Yeah.
I only just know when he
that's who I think is
she
overrated.
see money all around me. I look
I've
like
tried, but I
man.
can't really get into.
That's the only little hook I like. I
He
don't
a
like
Virgo
that.
too.
And what's that guy? Giveon or what is it?
Oh, I like Giveon.
Ugh, I do not like his sound. Cause what is that?
What?
What is that?
I like Giveon.
What is that?
It's real unique.
I like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. I give that this era of
yeah.
music rappers. Not a fan of Drake. He got some tracks I like, but I can't listen. I try to listen to his album, and I couldn't listen
Like
to.
he got an album, Take Care. I feel like that solidified who Drake was. Take Care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like certain things by Drake, like you said, certain artists, like certain like you said, Chris Brown. It's certain songs by Drake I like, but as far as me like listening to Drake, I couldn't name a Drake album to you at all. But
sorry, Drake. Sorry, Champagne Poppy.
All right, well, I appreciate it. This is your boy DT. You've watched the final episode of our series. I said it was 5 parts, but it's actually 4 parts because we don't really want to talk about it early, not tonight. Maybe in the future, maybe in 10 years, we'll come back and talk about it when it's relevant to me, but to us. I want to thank y'all for being on the show, Keisha. I appreciate it. Finally get to meet y'all off Instagram. We've been chatting on Instagram, and is there anything that you got coming up you want to tell the world about? You got anything special?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. All right. Also, over here to my left, which is your right, and I got Soulface Media. I appreciate you, man. He just traveled from nice meeting you for the first
time. Yes. We've been keeping up for months.
Yeah, we've been talking about. I remember I hit him up. I said, "Hey, let's do a show together. Let's talk about music."
Before the challenge.
Yeah, this was way before the challenge. Before Keisha beat me in the challenge.
I did.
So way before that. So, man, I appreciate you coming down here.
I appreciate the invite.
No problem being on the platform.
It was fun.
I enjoyed it.
Is there anything you want to tell the audience you got coming up about your platform? Anything you want to market right now?
I just want to say this. Thank everybody for the support that I've been getting. I'm currently working on some things right now, but just stay tuned for the time being because you don't want to miss it. Make sure that you are following me on all social media platforms at Soulface Media.
Spell it out for them because some people can't spell.
SOULFACEMEDIA.
Yeah, gotta be like,
Soulface Media.
because some people don't know how to read. Some people like, oh, I didn't get that. I tell everybody they spell it out for them. Because some people like, what was that? I used to get messages like, how I follow them. I can't understand. I'm like, okay. So then I started telling people now and just and this is your boy DT. Make sure y'all continue to follow my platform on DT Unfiltered Uncensored. Is on all social media from YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, everything. X, which is new, used to be called Twitter. I got some good shows coming up. I got a lot of athletes. I'm interviewing top athletes in the state of Georgia. And I don't know if this is going to drop before. I'm got an interview with one of the top NBA referees that been referenced since the 1980s. And he's still referenced today.
Wow.
So I got him on my show. So make sure you're watching. It's coming up soon. It's definitely going to drop. I'm excited about that because I had to go through the NBA to get approval to interview him. They finally gave me approval. So I'm interviewing him. So make sure y'all tune in. I got big things coming and I'm trying to do more. And go follow these lovely people on social media. I don't know if she want to give out her, but he gave out here. Go follow us. And hey, I appreciate the support. I love it. I thank y'all once again.
Thank you.
And I wish y'all the best. And I hope they can't wait to do this again with you all.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
All right. And this is your boy DT.
It's DT. You have just now listened to the most talked about podcast in the country. DT Unfiltered, Uncensored. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.